So first and foremost, let me put in a viewer discretion warning. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do not continue watching this if you should not be watching swear words, profanity, bad language. If your parents tell you to avoid bad language, in fact, if you're a kid in general, you probably shouldn't be watching this. You have to be, at least over the age of reason. To some degree, would be a good benchmarker if you're a little confused about what I'm saying. To get out of the video, go away, leave now. It's not for you, because I am going to be swearing in this video. For the context of the entire video, it's all about swearing. So just please leave right now, if you shouldn't be here. All right. Anyways. So, today what I would like to talk about is the positive aspects, how swearing can be a good thing, how these can in fact be used as good words. And I know what you're thinking to some degree, he just said bad words, what do you mean? How can swears be good words? No, they can totally be good words. They can be used for all sorts of purposes and contexts. To give credit where credit is due, George Carlin is actually the person who references words as being all about the context. You should go see some of his comedy routines. I think it's as well as like the seven dirty words that you can't see on television or something along those lines. Also, context. Dirty. Are they really dirty words? How are they dirty? Like, do you rub dirt on them from the ground? I'm a little confused. They're like putting it in, taking them in all sorts of different contexts. They're not necessarily dirty. That's context relative. So, to give you an example, you got something like someone going like, "Oh shit! Look at that!" It's like that's someone who's both really happy and really surprised at the same time. Oh shit! Oh damn, did you see what that fucking idiot did? Okay, well, the fucking idiot part, you didn't need that. I mean, that's just a little insulting. But oh shit! Oh shit, what just happened over there? Holy crap, holy fucking shit, goddamn! And you don't need to add the religious words in there. I apologize to Christians, because I suppose that's offensive. But get rid of the holy. Because in context, that's not really what anyone's meaning to say when they're saying that. They're just adding another word on it. They could be like, hamburger shit, man, hamburger shit. But I do not condone censor words, any of that Crayola language. So I'm not going to be using that. But all the same, that's surprise and that's joy, okay? That is positive through and through use of the word shit. What can I say? Or, I don't know. I think I keep going back to that word in my mind because it's like the most obvious example. But to go back to some other a little bit more in-depth explanation here. One of the ways that swears can be used in good context and in a good sense, or just in general, one of the ways people use swears, one of the reasons people value it to some degree, would be for the benefit of authenticity. For being, for speaking the way you would want to speak colloquially, for, speaking straight from your thoughts. And in that specific instance, if you're speaking authentically, it's also in that sense you are speaking, truthfully, honestly. And that's a very positive thing. If you can't speak honestly without saying fuck all the time, then you probably should just say fuck all the time. Because why should you be a liar? For real. There is, white lies and being polite and stuff like that. And maybe there's some benefits for that. There's some people who that really works for, but then there's some people who just really think, to some degree, that if you're not being honest, that if you're trying to shelter, if someone's trying to shelter you or something like that, that's offensive to you. There are some people where lying is offensive and integrity is the most valuable thing in the world. No, it's not everyone. But that's enough people that, we should take it seriously. We should value it too. We should respect it, and we should understand that some people are using swears in an incredibly positive, authentic sense to be like, yes, this is who I fucking am, brother. This is who I fucking am, sister. Now, I mean, you can go to confession because you just heard a swear. I do. I do sometimes try and filter these things, but to some degree, I want to be honest to you. I want to be honest to all of you. So that's being open. That's very good. And this can also be a good thing when it comes to, any medium of expression. You're trying to make something interesting at the very least. Being open and being authentic, especially with those swears, brings all these extra benefits that you want. Passion, ease, lack of resistance, no stiffness, all these things. You don't want someone, this is why we don't watch news or politics a lot of the times. One is because of, why some people don't do that. I do personally, but this is why a lot of people don't watch news and politics for some reasons. It's because when you get there, you got two things that people may view as unappealing to watch. One is like really heavy-weighted topics like death and destruction and war. Though people don't typically report on war nowadays because they're kind of getting into this entertainment mode while still somehow magically not being like at all entertaining. Unless you go to independent media, and then you get a little bit more of that. But the thing is, it's like if someone's going up to you and they're being like, well, today we have one thing to say about people who are kind of impolite people. And what we have to say is this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 blah. It's like, first off, this person is stiff as hell. You know they have a tight asshole. Right then. You know they're not enjoying themselves. You pray that that's not how they hold themselves, like, when they're, like, trying to relax at home. Because it is, these people are just, like, I don't know, they're gonna get cancer or something from some sort of stiff disorder. And believe me, that's not me speaking scientifically. I'm joking here, But you gotta, like, sometimes you think, and you're like, okay, this can't be good for them. It's like, their stress is up here, because they ain't never relaxing when they're like, oh, hello, my name is news announcer Jordan Schmoodable. I am here today to tell you, in front of these incredibly bright lights, and they're not using that much emotion, keep in mind. I'm just enjoying myself imitating. I'm here today to tell you how dead I am inside. Yes, this is an important news story. Today, kids had a fight at a local middle school. They were mean to each other. Take it to you, Georgie. Something like that. It's just so dull. So dull. No one wants that. That's not entertaining. That's not good. That's not exciting. It doesn't have any passion. It's not relaxed at all. Who wants to see that? No one wants to see that. It's just genuinely how it is. If you are at ease, If you are at ease personally, a lot of times that really translates to you are also easy to listen to. If you're stiff, if you're tight, if you're uncomfortable, you're gonna make your audience stiff, tight, and uncomfortable. Because a lot of people are they're empathetic, they're intuitive enough to see it in you. And who wants to watch someone who is having a miserable time? I don't. I don't. It's also direct, you know? Swears are very direct, because it is this right off the cuff of your mind kind of thing. And again, these can be used in other contexts. You don't have to be authentic. You can be a whole jackhole. But it's also something that people believe. Look at what Republicans often say is one of the best qualities of Donald Trump. Oh, he's just a straight talker, you know, he's real. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just not afraid to say fuck or talk in colloquial language. He's not afraid to talk in everyday speak, and he's not afraid to point at you with his fucking finger. You get me? That does not mean he's real. That's an aspect. That's an aspect that comes with that kind of language sometimes. And certainly not with Trump. I mean, maybe he really believes what he's saying, but a lot of it, but if he does, God help the man, he needs some education. I'm gonna step away from that because I'm hoping some of you Republicans want to stick around, because I think some folks in the Republican side enjoy, saying some bad words, probably like bitch or something. I feel like that'd be their most common word to use. And again, I don't know. I can't say for sure whether or not that could be. Well, yeah, I think it's unrestrained. Blah blah blah. Okay. Well, now I'm just being fucking weird. Oh damn. All right. So another thing here to some degree. Okay. Let me just go through some of the criticisms here, because there are some criticisms of it. Obviously, the one of, it can be, like, oh, well, swears often come around, like, someone who's swearing is often, like, got all sorts of other negative things going on with them. They're abusive. Swearing is abusive, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, well, yes, someone could use swears at the same time that they, like, punch you in the face. Swears and fighting kind of do go hand in hand sometimes, but again, it's all relative to the context. All relative to how you use it. If you're gonna criticize that, if you're going to focus on the center, the heart of the problem, it's that person punching you in that face, or that aggressive, abusive, offensive action that is the most negative part, not the word. That's just a cop-out. That's just a cop-out away from, like, if someone's going, fuck you, you fucking asshole, you piece of shit, I'm gonna fucking hit you right now. Ah! You fucking bitch! Ah! It's like, that's their body language. That's all the rest of the stuff that's going on. Now, if you had someone, that's very much different than, like, something that could also be directed at you, but, like, let's take it in a very, let's take this in a very different context. Just to give you a sort of example. Fuck you. You fucking bitch. I do not like you. You are an asshole. I am going to go to my room right now, or something. I don't know. Alright, one, it's the context not great, because it's clearly still being directed at someone, but it doesn't have this aggressive, angry nature to it. That's just someone calmly attacking someone else. Now, and I've already pointed out the other possibilities of how swears that can be used in ways that aren't attacking. Oh, shit! Damn! Look at you! Look at you! You're a straight up hilarious motherfucker. Uh, phew. But let's stick to conflict situations right now, because the question then becomes: can swears be used in conflict in a positive way? Well, yes. Constructive criticism. If someone is offering you a constructive criticism and they happen not to filter out any of the swear words they're using at the time, then that's completely valid. Like say you're saying something about someone else. This, that, the other thing. This person said this. This person said that. Then that person accurately, constructively criticizes you and says, "Man, that's just a fucking straw man. The person actually said this, and this. This is what you took out of context." If you get caught up on the swear there, the one fucking, then you've just missed all the opportunity to get valuable constructive criticism in. You know, oh, I took that person in the wrong way, that they meant something else. What did I? Then you learn, you know. But if you're caught up in swears are bad, language is bad. Oh my God, this person said fucking. He's being aggressive towards me. No, not necessarily. Not at all. Potentially, this person just could be being very authentic. You know, they might not even be mad. Granted, if it's a conflict, a lot of people are mad, you know? Even if you have anger, you know, it can be a productive, valuable, positive thing in that person's mind. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck? Why are you attacking me? You shouldn't be attacking me. I didn't do anything wrong to you. And then they're like, this person's swearing at me. He's angry. I can't even do the anger. I can't even do an angry impression right now. I'm just finding this so funny. But if you're angry, you know, if you're being attacked, you're probably going to be somewhat angry. If there's a conflict, there's probably some negative emotions boiling around in there. And then maybe in an ideal world, we could all get past that. If you're great at managing conflict, if you're a absolute fabulous communicator, if you understand and have taken some sort of deep knowledge, taken some courses, looked at some classes, done all sorts of good stuff, there's a good chance that, like, yeah, you're going to be able to deal with conflict really well. But, like, even people who don't swear and try and be as polite as possible during conflict can miss some other things that they shouldn't be doing in conflict in an ideal situation, like being condescending or being passive-aggressive or having their anger come out unintentionally even though they're not trying to bring out the anger, and think that they're being very positive the whole time. You know, it's a very easy thing to do, to be like, well, I just want to help you. Or in a calm voice, well, I just want to help you, okay? I just want to help you. I just want to help you. No. I can still hear the anger there, okay? I can still hear the anger there. I don't know if you can. It might be different than, I just want to help you! It's a step in the right direction. But you're not the saint there. You're not the saint there at that point. Even if you're trying to control your anger, sometimes it just happens. So we cannot have the ideal conflict resolution types of language and whatever all the time. So, you know, recognize that there's the potential of people adding good with the bad, or having bad with the good, a mixture of these things. And swears aren't good or bad, but can be used in both contexts and situations. So, listen to what people are saying and understand that. That's I reckon my recommendation to anyone listening. Oh my god. Oh my god, this much. If you're one of those people who doesn't like it when someone laughs at their own jokes, get out of here! Get out of here! But some of these, even in constructive criticism, some of these ways that people can use swears are not even necessarily guaranteed to be angry. A lot of times it could be out of excitement or out of confusion. What the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck are you even saying? Out of surprise, out of fear. I mean, that probably has a little bit of the fear emotion in it, in the way I was trying to express it there. Sometimes it could be hyperbole or comedy. Are you fucking serious right now? Really? Really? You want to say that shit? Really? Really? You honestly think that? Honestly? You're fucking kidding me. No way. No way. Think that shit through a little bit more. Come on. Ooh. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Now, granted, that might not be, like, the most, like, detailed version of it, but who wants detail right now? Well, some people might want detail right now. If you want detail, throw it in the comment sections. I'll make another video that's a little more sober than this. I will. I'll listen. I'll listen to that. Or throw your criticisms in the comment section. I will, if I haven't covered it, I'd be interested in accepting that challenge, accepting that debate, or make a video of me about my stuff. If you're really committed to doing all that time to make a video about someone else talking about how swears can be good, yeah. Make a video. I'll respond to it if I notice it. Send it to me if I don't. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously I was saying it can be mixed. It can be a thing of excitement. It can be very good for entertainment purposes. It can be authentic. These are all good potential uses of swears in a positive context. Lastly, I would like to say, actually, I have a few other things. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So another criticism I hear of swears, so this is usually a lot more so in the business of people who create various forms of media. Is that, that's just not creative enough. If you want to try and get this sort of expression out, you could do it in other words instead of having, X characters say fuck all the time. That's a good criticism. If you want creativity, if that's the audience you're going for, if you want to use fancier language, stuff that most people don't normally use or maybe don't normally understand or stuff like that, and want to use words like verbose and intrepid and I can't come up with a third one right now off the top of my head. Then swears aren't the greatest tool in your shed, the greatest outlet for such things. But ultimately, they are great, as I said previously, to colloquial language, to common speak, to how people normally talk. A lot of people anyway. And if that's what you're trying to appeal to, then creativity might not be your thing. Like, who actually wants to hear someone who talks like them, wants to hear words that they have to look up online or on a dictionary, Who wants to look up what facetious means? Am I being facetious right now? I don't know. Who could say if I'm being facetious right now? There's a point there to be had. Now, I want to say maybe a few more things, a little bit about censorship, some other stuff here too. Censorship, this idea of changing words, beeping words, the changing the word, that's just absolutely horrible. Beeping, I don't like it when someone beeps all the time. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, beep! Oh, beep! How dare beep! Yeah, like it's just choppy. That's really choppy. But I think the changing of the words can be ever so worse. When someone says to you, "Keep it Crayola," I am offended, cause that works. That's nice if you're in a kindergarten setting. If you're talking to like little kids. And you want to speak in their language, yeah, keep it Crayola. Why not? Say what the truck. What the truck? What the truck? Oh my goodness. Golly gee. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. It's like, keep it Crayola. I mean, these kids won't know what shiitake mushrooms are. Anyways, mac and mother's cheese or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. I don't keep it Crayola. I don't know these things. But when you're doing that to like grown adults, oh my god, the rage comes. Because that's just like, there is no power in your speech. You sound like you're 2 feet tall and have no muscle mass and can't get a word across in a way that anyone would want to listen to you. And a lot of times when it's used, it is to switch these more powerful speeches or these more angry speeches, or any of these different expressions. It's used with more force and more, everything. So then when you go, you censor a movie like Snakes on a Plane, and you go, I've had it with these mother spatula flipping snakes on this banana shooting plane. It's like, congratulations, you've just ruined something in a way that a lot of times doesn't make any logical sense in context to begin with. It's like, wait, what? Is this guy on drugs? What did he just say? Like, people don't say that. People don't use those words. What? And it loses everything. It truly does. There's no... At this point, you have lost all value from whatever that was. And in the case of Snakes on the Plane, that was the only takeaway from the movie. The entire movie was... What's that line? There is nothing else. No, if you ask someone, oh, you remember Snakes on a Plane? Someone will be like, I don't know. What was that? It's like, that's when the guy goes, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! And he's more angry than excited there. But still. That's the only thing anyone ever remembers about that movie. That's the only thing that was good about that, like, C-grade crap movie. It was trash. But if you're gonna watch it, at least you're gonna get the benefit of getting the line that goes, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. The rest of the movie is absolute garbage. But if you're gonna get even a mild bit of a semblance of a humored amount of potential substance of anything where anyone can put even a remote value on this movie, it's that line. And if you're gonna take that line out, or filter it through some weird fucking garbly-gook words, at that point in time, like, every moviegoer is like, mentally shooting themselves in the brain and going brain dead. It's that bad. It's that bad. Ugh. So, I hope I've clarified to you the potential beauties of swears. The potential value, the the potential to be great, to be good, to be positive, to be productive, with words like fucking shit and stuff like that. And, there's so much more to be said about this. But maybe next time.